Hey, how you guys doing? Hello, hello, hello. Come on in here. Share this feed real quick. It's the middle of the day. It's the middle of the day. I hope you guys are having a good I hope y'all are having a good Friday. Oh my gosh, it's Friday. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna bring Keita on here. Hey Keita.
Hey,
How you doing?
mm,
Get your
working,
hydration in. Get your hydration in.
getting my hydration in because we've been working and hitting these phones all day, talking with people, staying busy. Just as excited about people that are just excited
Yeah.
about going towards acquisition and real
Yeah.
estate and understanding. So it's been pretty busy.
Yeah, yeah,
Great.
yeah. It has been. It has been. It has been. You know, I'm really excited. We're in a pretty, I think, amazing time watching everything happen. I would say, since COVID, people, being without jobs, the government flooding us with money so people could sustain their living, and then watching, rents go up, watching companies, big companies, come in and buy up properties by the hundreds in inner cities and those are owned by people that don't look like me and you. And it just blows my mind. I was on the phone with two of our mortgage lenders today, which are both people of color that I really enjoy working with, and we were just having a conversation about equity, equality. It's not even like the scales are like this, it's like people of color down here doing deals, and then up here, Middle Eastern, Indian, Hispanics, and we love all people, but I mean, obviously our representation and
Yeah.
asset accumulation and acquisition just really kind of blows my mind. And we got to do something about that.
We
And so we are doing something about it. And this is why we
are.
created a setup. So Keita is my chief marketing officer who does an amazing job at just marketing the company, marketing what we're doing. And then of course we're doing a conference in Atlanta, Georgia next weekend, April the 19th through the 21st. I'm gonna put that information in there because I really want to encourage you guys to get those tickets for that to come out. But Keita, I mean, what are you seeing? I mean, we are really in the trenches doing the work for real, for real, for real. And we just want to encourage people to know it's possible. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people think it's maybe down the road for them at some point, but it really is possible. I can't hear you, honey. Maybe try turning up your volume. You're not muted, so that part is good. Uh, that's weird because you are not muted. Okay, she's going to jump off and come back on and see if we can get her. But yeah, no, we're really doing the work. And I really want people to be so encouraged that not only is home ownership for you, but it is how most people have built wealth through ownership. It's like the number one thing. So when you go from generation to generation and there's no home ownership, your ability
Yeah.
to be able to leave wealth to your family is impacted. And not only that, but you're not gaining equity. See, for every year that you're in a house that you don't own, is really financial devastation, because real estate is going to keep going up, and the rent that you're paying, I want you to know you're helping pay somebody else's tuition, you're helping paying somebody else's bills. So not only do we want you to have home ownership, but we want you to become a landlord. And I think that's most important. So Keita, talk about it, because we get out in the streets, boy, and we
I
get to
mean,
working, looking at properties, talking to people. It's pretty exciting.
it is very exciting. And I remember having this conversation probably about a good 5 years ago when there was a tons of talks about why it was going to be extremely important for people to go ahead and step over into home ownership and really stop playing around. with just renting because of inflation. And because the industries that we have been a part of, with investing in different, avenues, we've learned a lot about really understanding the way inflation works and the way that deficit actually looks, and why it is important to make sure that it's not just huff and talk that you hear, over the news that talks about, we're sitting back waiting for price cuts, or we're sitting back waiting for interest rates to be cut, so that way we can see something happen. But at the end of the day, it's constantly going up. It's constantly increasing. And when you just think about it, 5 years ago, purchasing a property 5 years ago, you could have turned around and purchased a single family property for $150,000, and you're depending on where you're living. And now a single family property is about $500,000 right now, based on where you are, or even more. And so those are the things that we need to open our eyes, because if you're someone that's trying to get in, whether it's single family, or you're trying to get into the wonderful world of investing, or tap over into that type of stream, now is literally the time to move. Because if you think about it, 2 more years from now, what you currently can afford right now is going to be a lot more. It's going to increase. And so if you're not doing anything that's going to position you and your family outside of the income that you have producing currently right now that's coming in, they're going to wipe you out. Dr. Drew, do you remember they talked about the 2 classes of people? They're going to annihilate middleman, and we're watching this happen right before our eyes. And this is why it is important to be a part of a community of people that's having this type of wealth conversation, versus watching what's happening in the wonderful world of entertainment. You see what I'm saying? Because they put these things in front of us so it can shield us from what's really happening right now. You should really be paying attention to really what's happening in the state of our economy. But because that's not appealing or attractive, or you might be in a comfortable situation, or you really just don't understand it, you kind of swipe past this type of conversation that we're having right now. And this is the type of conversation and rooms that you guys are listening to, that you really need to be sitting in, that you really need to be having these type of meetings. What do I need to be doing in the next 60 days? Jewel, Marquita, what am I supposed doing right now to position me and my family to be able to bring in more streams of income, so I don't get wiped out from the middle as the middleman? All right, because I don't want to be a part of the poor class, right? I want to position myself to be a part of the wealthy class, right? So what do? I get into situations like what you're putting together right now. You have a conference that's coming up that's in Atlanta, right? That you're talking, literally offering people, allowing them the opportunity to be able firsthand to work directly with you and your partner in the area of real estate, single family duplexes, and also mobile homes. That's massive. You see what I'm saying? You get to learn and get to see how you can take what resources you have coming in and be able to help that to increase. And honestly, Dr. Jewel, that amount of money, the amount of money that you guys are using, that we're using to flip, is nothing. I mean, people literally, once you get into this game, you understand, and we teach you how to not just use your personal capital. We show you how to use the bank's money. We show you how to use business credit. We show you how to use your personal credit. Because see, we go often throughout life just milking our personal credit, getting in debt, buying houses and cars and things of that nature, right? And really not understanding how to utilize our credit, how to really utilize our personal and our business credit. But over here, this is one of the things that we put together because we saw it. You see what I'm saying? We literally saw what was happening. We said, we have to do something about it. And that's why we created this safe haven, this spot. And that's why we're talking about it right now.
That's so good, Keita. We saw it and we're seeing it. I see Garland on here. He's literally at a property right now and doing the last final touches. The property is going on market tomorrow. We've already got interest. This particular property, if a person is paying rent right now, $1,200 to $1,500 a month, remember, every time you're paying rent, you're helping to build the wealth of that individual landlord, right? And so you can literally have an opportunity to move into this home that Garland is at right now and pay $733 a month, Keita. That's including property taxes and insurance.
Wait a minute. Let's back up. Okay, let's back all the way up. So right now, people in rent, okay, and you're telling me $700 some, even with where interest rates are, because this interest rates game for some reason is tending to scare a lot of people. Okay, so it's causing a lot of people to sit back and wait. I can't afford it, I can't do it. But when you understand the game, it puts you in a different situation. So let's back all the way up, Dr. Drew, because I really want people to get it and understand it. Okay, because right now you're paying a mortgage in the rent that you're paying out every single month. But it seems to not really get people fragile enough to say, I want to step over into home ownership. Or is it just because they just don't know? So you're telling me that you have a property right now that somebody that is paying a mortgage of probably $1,200 to $1,500 to even $1,800 a month in your area where this property is, they could turn around and own this property for $700.
4 bedrooms, $733 a month, and that's property taxes and insurance. Hey, Carolyn, that's $733, but now you own it.
And so guess what? They
going up.
And they get to do whatever it is that they want. So if they want to turn around and turn it into an investment property where they put somebody else in that property paying $1,800 to $1,700 a month, come on.
And this is what gets people. They want current, like right now, luxury. Okay, I get you want right now luxury. I get that. Like, because a lot of times if you pay $1,500 a month, it's brand new. It's, you know, you got your gym, you might have a guard, you might have all of that, but you got to understand. And this is why most people are not moving from rent, Chris, okay, to mortgages, because by the time they thought they was about to save, the rent then went up. And so the food is going up, gas is going up. So they're like, dang, I really was going to, but now I can't. We got mortgage lenders right now. If you got a 620 or above credit score, 620 or above credit score, I can almost guarantee you that we're going to help you with grant money to get you into a house, down payment money that the city of Detroit has to offer. We got grant money for windows. We got all kinds of stuff. You see what I'm saying? So yes, Garland, there is a lot of power in real estate. And so every year that you're not in real estate, and some of you might need to do this for your children. If your children right now are downtown Detroit paying, you know, $2,000 a month for a 1 bedroom, you tell them you better get on the west side and get this 4 bedroom, because Keita, to your point, you can go in it, move in it maybe for a year, stabilize yourself, right? And then turn around, because a 4 bedroom to rent in the city of Detroit in the house, you're talking about that 4 bedroom easily anywhere between $1,500, probably $1,600 a month, easy 4 bedroom. So you can say, I'm going to stay in it a year, save my money, because now my note is only $733. In a year, I'm going to move out. I'm going to come in here, get the rent, and then I'm move on and move up. That's how you got to play Monopoly. You got to think smart. You can't just think convenience. You can't just think, oh, I like it. Because if you don't own it, you need to stop liking it. If you don't own it, you need to stop liking it, because you're doing yourself a disservice. You're getting played.
That part right there. And this is why I'm telling you, it is so important for us to get out of the habit of, it's kind of like, you know, I don't know what to do. This is the part that really gets us stuck, because we blame that on, I just don't know. But yet you have sessions like these right here, or even connections with people you personally know, but yet you tend to just keep swiping past when they literally have your answer. Most people sit back and say, I'm believing for an opportunity. I'm believing for the right relationships. Lord, send it to me. And when it's being presented to you, for some reason, we tend to not make a decision because of one, fear and the unknown. But let me tell you something. I'm so glad that 18 years ago, I took advantage of everything that you was presenting to me, because it helped to position me. I had to literally eliminate all fear, or just all insecurities, all doubts, and even inadequacies in certain areas where I felt like I just was not measuring it up to. Because guess what? At the end of the day, no one is going to take that vision that we have written down every single year, and they're not going to take it to heart. You see what I'm saying? The way you would if you take ownership of what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And this is why it is important, you guys, to make sure that you connect. You hear stuff like this, and you need to be putting in the chat, like right now, how do I get going? How do I connect to what you got doing? Like, I'm ready to stay. I'm ready to learn how to grow my money. I want to understand and learn about economics. I want to understand what's really happening in the state of our economy. I want to be able to be the first generational wealth in my family. I want to position my children. I want to be able to do all of these things. And even if this is talking to someone right now, you may be listening right now, say, you know what, I'll do it. when my credit gets to where it is, or I'll do it when I get enough capital, or I'll do it, when I, finish doing this one thing that I thought I was supposed to do. Let me tell you guys something. We put the program together with you in mind for that person that's thinking just that. We have helped so many people with bad credit, and we're not judging anyone, right? Because if you don't know, you just don't know. And most of the time, many of us grew up, with parents or whoever, or just around us, and we just did things and just did it, and it is what it is. But we can help you get that fixed. We have helped people with low credit scores get their credit scores up, put them into properties, and now they are landlords. Now they are flipping properties. If that's you right now, you say, you know what, I desire to have one door. Just put one door in the chat. We can start right. Just put one door in the chat. We're not trying to tell you guys on anything, get you connected to nothing. We're just having conversation right now, because I've learned from you, Dr. Jewel, that it is important to write it down. It's important to speak it out of our mouth and continue to keep testing it. So what we're doing right now is just having open canon conversation about stuff that we know in our hearts that we truly desire. If you desire one door, what is one door, Marquita? That can be a single family property, okay, that you can own personally for yourself, or you can use a rental standpoint. Put that one door in there. If you're someone on here that say, I owns my own property, congratulations to you.
You just said at least one though. That's what I'm talking about. At least one. Carolyn said 10. Just one. Kid, you know what I'm thinking as you're talking? I'm thinking how renting has become normal. Renting has become normal with our people. Like, it's okay. Like, oh yeah, I rent. Baby, stop and think right now that for the last 10 years,
oh my God,
how much your rent has gone up for the last 10 years. And this is why I don't want y'all just thinking about doing this, Annie, for you, but think about, I got to help my children, right? We help every Tanker child has gotten help with buying real estate, period, end of the story. Cyrene now owns her own in DC. Marcus owns his own in Houston. Brittany owns her own right here. Ben did own his own. That's another story, but he did. He about to own it again, okay? All right. And then Brooke is about to own her own. When she been in Africa and everywhere else, we like, okay, Brooke. I had her hanging out with me the other week. But like, it's not a game, because if you were renting at 20, you'll probably be renting at 25. The best gift you can give your child when they graduate from college is a place to live that they can say, this is my own. I see my sister Monet on here. She's going to be there at the conference next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, breaking down the tax laws, tax benefits. You literally have a lot of tax advantages when you own real estate. So I don't want us to normalize rent. Stop normalizing rent. Stop acting like it's okay, because they're going to keep going up on you, and you'll look up one day. And this is why a lot of people are having a very challenging time going from renting to ownership because of the cost. But we're going to show you how to stay within your parameters. Literally go to my Instagram right now. Follow me, Jewel Tankard on Instagram. I just posted a home that's a 4-bedroom home. Garland put it in the chat. I thank you. 4-bedroom, Section 8, pays up to $1,750 a month. So you can move in it yourself. Stop paying that $1,500 a month. Pay $733 as long as you got a 620 credit score or higher. $733, including property taxes and insurance. Okay, buy that home for yourself or maybe your child. 4 bedrooms. It's a decent neighborhood. And there since October, just going in and out. Always been quiet. Neighbors handle their business. It's really a good, solid neighborhood. Quiet. And you can buy that and say, I'm going to live there for maybe a year, and then I'll move out and put a tenant in. That has to be the thought. This is how you got to kind of think. Yes, somebody says $733. Yes, $733. That's including property taxes and insurance. I see Quentin on here. What's up, Quentin? Quentin says 5 to 10 doors, right? I love it. He's in the program, him and his mother. I'm really proud of them. But that's what we want to do. We want to get our people to stop normalizing renting. It's not okay. And then tell yourself, let me get to this conference next weekend at the Monopoly in Real Life Conference, April 19th through the 21st in Atlanta, Georgia. The link is right there. Click on that link. You got to get around people. Keita, what happens when we get together in Detroit? And I mean, we hanging out. We got the community that I started last year. I got to say, by the grace of God, it is dope. We got the contractors. We got the title companies. We got the relationship people that are helping us to find off-market properties. We got the bankers. When I tell you, we got everything you need to be successful. But I need you to get urgent. You got to create a sense of urgency when home ownership is concerned. Keita, you were talking to somebody earlier this renting, and she's determined, she's ready to buy for her family, and we gave her a strategy that she says I'm actually open to.
Yep, and she was open to it. I literally broke it down to her and gave her, 2 examples or what it is that she needs. I listened to what it is that she wanted outside of myself and Jewel, and gave her a plan. And so what's happening now, what we're doing is now looking for that property that is beneficial for her and her family, right? So we're giving her a blueprint. The one thing that I love about what we've created here at the Acetified community, you guys, once you've already heard us talk about the reason why we've created it. We created it with people, for people that is always been interested in home ownership for themselves personally, and to tap over into the wonderful world of real estate to where it gets you out of the classroom setting. So please pay attention to me when I'm saying this, okay? So right now, you actually probably, before I start to explain this, go ahead and tag some people, okay? Tag a sister, a cousin, a niece, a nephew. It doesn't matter if they live in the Detroit area. It doesn't matter wherever they live in the world. I need you to tag them right now, because this is just information and wealth information and conversation that your family members need to be hearing right now. This is the type of stuff you need to be tagging people on, not just that information and stuff that doesn't do anything for our pocketbook, but this type of information before I get started. So start tagging somebody right now. So the reason why we created this program, you guys, and which you already know, is because we thought about you guys. The second thing that I love to talk to Dr. Jewel about, that I love about what we've created, is this, and pay close attention. We have taken this program out of just literature, out of just learning, right? And we did not leave it there. Most people that participate in any type of coaching system, coaching program, right? The teacher is there to do what? Give you the information, and it is up to you to go out and seek out whatever it is that they taught you, okay? Over here, we don't just do that. We provide information and things like that, but we also walk you through the process. Imagine right now, you're someone that's listening to us, never ever owned a personal property of your own right now, but you can join a community. You can have a coach that has a 7-figure or more portfolio in this industry, right? That is helping people every single day in the area of single family, duplexes, real estate. It doesn't matter. Increase and grow their portfolios that will help walk you through the process of home ownership. Maybe because you felt like your credit wasn't there. Guess what? We are going to handhold and we're going to feed you, all right? What program on the planet, pay close attention, do you guys know that does that? There's none but Acetified, but what we're doing, but what Jewel Tankard is doing. So we're holding your hand every step of the way. From the time that you get connected, that you get in, what happens is you're going to have a team of people that's going to be here to assist you guys, that's going to be here to help you outside of Jewel. What does that mean, Marquita? We're going to assess everything. We're going to go over what your credit looks like. If you have any upfront capital, we're going to go over, we're going to make sure that if you don't have capital, or if you do have capital, if your credit is good or if it's not good, we're going to create a blueprint specifically just for you, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. Outside of that, Jewel is so generous that she has made it her business to turn around and say, I'm going to hand over all of my people to you. Who does that? What coach on the planet does that? Hand over their funding people, their SBA people, their loan people, their credit people, the banks, all of these people, even contractors, to make sure that they get the job done for you. So watch this. You get connected into the community. We assess everything for you. Jewel already has connections where we have off-market properties that we can turn around and put in front of you on your first session. Then we can turn around and get the funding that is needed, whether it's in your business or it's in your personal. Come on. Get the funding that you need. So imagine taking $40,000 on a property, $30,000 on rehab, okay?
Yep.
$70,000 total, putting it back on the market for $150,000. Who would not want that? Guess what? You did not have to go out and find the property after connecting. You did not have to go out and find the contractors that's going to do the $30,000 worth of work. Why? Because we have the contractors for you. So you get on a 1 hour with us. We put in front of you, here's the perfect property for your budget. Here's the perfect property for your budget. Let me say that again. Here's the perfect property for your $40,000 budget, $50,000 budget, deed in hand. We now start the rehab. We call up our contractors. Hey, we have someone over here that wants to do the work. Oh, $20,000, $10,000, $15,000, or even $30,000 worth of work. Put it into that particular property. Come on. You didn't have to go search for the contractors. Come on. So now they're doing the work for you. 30 to 60 days later, it's done. And guess what? We have the realtors that's going to turn around and put it on the market. Put it on the market and get it closed. So now you just turned around and flipped this particular property, made profit. You can take that cash flow, and then now your coach, Jewel, will turn around and show you what to do next. Now you may say, I want to do another duplex. So this is why you should be tagging your family right now. This is why you should be tagging your cousins right now, because you love them. Because why? This information and this tea that we giving out is not done, period. This is why we do it, and we have a passion to do it. And this is why we go up to Detroit. Jewel is from Detroit, of course. She has properties in Detroit. So we're always there in the Detroit area, you guys. And what coach, this is lastly, that I'm going to have you jump in, Dr. Jewel. What coach do you know that while you're at home with your family, herself and her team is flying up to look at your properties, to look at your knobs, running to different stores to pick up material, talking to your contractors, up in the wee hours of the morning, making sure that your properties, I don't know any coach is passionate like this woman right here, like I am, like the rest of the team, to seeing you guys win. We get it. We own properties. We own homes. We understand what this society is, where it is going, and we're trying to take as many people as we can with us. And we're giving you the opportunity to partner with us. I can tell you right now, the cost of her community is going up. It's going up. I can't tell you because you know she's a woman of God, and she is going to make when God tells her it's time, it's it. So I'm telling you right now, if you're like, I'm ready to partner, I've been watching you guys for years, and I know that this is something that I need to do. Where's the link for me to partner and become a part of the Acetified community? $5,000 is nothing, you guys. She don't take anything after the sale of your property. None of that. $5,000 to get coached, to be able to have properties on deck, to have lenders and credit people on deck. Come on. Are you kidding me? All I got to do is give you $5,000 and you will be my coach. And guess what? It's funded. It ain't even $5,000 in capital out of your pocket. You can get funding for that. You can get funding for it. And once you close on your property, you can turn around and pay the remaining balance off your education. $5,000 on $5,000 for education, Dr. Jewel, that will turn around and start increasing your portfolio. It's people in here that put one in the chat because they wanted a door. If you're in here, you put one in the chat, you should be reaching out right now and say, that's me. I want in. If y'all and you haven't even gotten started, click the link. You need to definitely be. You put 5 and you don't even have one door.
Listen.
I'm trying to think big, but I want people to get to a place to where you get in a position and a posture of taking massive action. Because you don't want to look up just like inflation is going up. And you looking up and that $500,000 house is now worth $1 million and you still ain't got $1 million worth of money to turn around and get it. And then in the next 2 years, that $1 million property going to be worth $1.5 million and you still waiting around because you're trying to figure out when is it my time to play double dutch. And now you have the opportunity to participate in a program that's only $5,000 where you have a coach. Come on, somebody. Document it. Coach and coaches. Document it. That you get to play with for $5,000 when that price is about to get ready to go up. So you're going to just keep sitting back watching, liking, commenting, being excited, dropping emojis, all of that thing and rooting us on. But we don't want you to just root us on. We want you guys to come and join because we understand where the economy is headed. When they said that they're not going to do the price cuts, people was banking on them 4 price cuts this year. They got it down to 2 price cuts now. So now interest rates, they're planning to keep on skyrocketing. Newsflash, look around, you guys. It's going to keep going up. When it gets to 9% interest rate, 12% interest rate, what you going to do? It's two things. You can jump in right now and get your feet in the waters and start trailing in the waters and start taking advantage of ownership, or you can be that person that Dr. Jewel has been talking about that can be that landlord that can keep on increasing the dollar on people and put you in position to be able to buy up everything point blank.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, this is actually something, Keita, that was so good. So many great points. This is something that actually literally happened this week. I had my tenants die. Unfortunately, I'm not even really sure what he died from, but there was blood and feces in this particular unit. And I was thinking that he was renting when he died. So his children, his baby mama, girlfriend were left with liabilities. If he would have at least had a house, they could have sold the house, taken the equity, and had something. But because daddy was renting, they just got left with liabilities. He was able to get nothing out of that home. And so for so many reasons, home ownership needs to be now. I was talking to both of my lenders today as we're working on some stuff, you know, Keita, behind the scenes with production. And I was saying, you know, when we start talking about equity, equality, the scales are just way, way imbalanced. And the only way that's going to change is for people like you, Tina, people like you, Carolyn, people like you, Donette, to say, you know what, I have to own my own home. And like our client today, we talked to her, she wants a home for her family to buy, but we kind of talked her into getting a 2-family flat. Because I'm like, what if we could find you, which I found one. I hope she likes it. We'll see. But a really spacious 3 bedrooms downstairs, spacious 3 bedrooms upstairs that already has a tenant and needs upgrade. It's, you know, it's older, but it's livable. So literally she could go in there, gut the bathroom, gut the kitchen, gut everything, make it like new. And it's on the market for like $147,000 with an ARV of about $270. So if she moves in there and fixes it up, she right away has $100,000 worth of equity.
Wait, now let's talk about that, because y'all listen to this. She has a woman that just got connected in the program. You have down to her property, which is a 2-flat, with already a tenant in it, so it's rent rolling already.
It's Dr. B, and keep talking.
Yeah, that's already rent rolling right now. I want y'all to really understand this, right? So now, not only is she's at a comfortable place of where she's trying to purchase that investment property, listen to this. It's already have a tenant that's rent rolling, and then the other apartment part of it is where she and her family could also live. But catch this, Dr. Jewel too. Whatever they're paying in rent, if she goes in and fix it up, she can turn around and raise the rent. Because I don't even know what the rent is currently on it right now. Because if she goes in and
Keita, it's cash. Keita, it's way undervalued. A 3-bedroom in that neighborhood in Russell Woods, which is by Rosedale Park, Grandmont, which is a great area, she should easily be getting $1,500 a month. Easily. She get double the rent. Easily.
So you're telling me that it could easily be 15 capital outside of that as well.
Yes.
Dr. Jewel,
so this is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. I think you got to go get the boys, don't you? Do you have to go get the boys?
No, they coming. They're coming. They're going to come.
Okay. Miss the babies. I want you to miss my babies. But yeah, I mean, this is how this is why a certified community is so important. And I want to encourage you guys to join the community, just $59 a month. But these are the kinds of conversations we have. These are the kind of people we bring to value. And then some of you might say, no, I want you to hold my hand. I need to do a buy and flip. I need to do a buy and hold. I always recommend buy and flip first because I want you to have capital. That's $5K. But you definitely at least need to be in the $59 community. And if you want that information, because I know I didn't put the link in there, if you want that information, just message me or DM me and I'll get you the link. But honestly, Keita, these are the kinds of conversations that you have to be around, because all of us need what I say, wealth reminders. I need wealth reminders. You need wealth reminders. You need a reminder to know you were not destined to rent. You need to know that you were destined to be a landlord. You need a reminder that you need mentorship. You need a reminder that your life is not just supposed to be a life full of just paying bill after bill after bill after bill. That is not how you are supposed to live. That is not living, that is existing. And Marquita are on here today to remind you, you're not just supposed to be existing, you're supposed to be living life to the full, to the overflows. And you cannot overflow if you are willing to stay a tenant when God made you a landlord, but you got to do the work and you got to connect so you get the education. Hi, Key. How are you, Key? You got to, hi, buddy. How's your day?
Good.
Was it good? This is my NBA player. This is my NBA godson. He is NBA. Okay, somebody just texted. They're ready to go. Yes, Becky. That's what I'm talking about. I'm proud of you for that because like for real, like sometimes I told a girlfriend of mine yesterday, she tapped me on my shoulder. She sent me a message. I said, thank you for the tap on the shoulder. Sometimes we have to have a tap on the shoulder to remind us how we're supposed to be moving, how we should be thinking, and get in environments that challenge your current way of thinking, or get in environments that take an idea and teach you how to develop the idea. Because you don't want it to just stay an idea. You want to develop idea. Keita, what's the last thing you say before we get ready to wrap this call? I know there's some people, if you want to join the community right now, you say, listen, I need to be in the community. And you know if that's you, I just want you to put 59 in the comments. So put 59 in the comments. We meet once or twice a month, and you'll be in a group with other investors and contractors where you can get in the environment, because whatever you are around, you are going to become. So if you know you're supposed to be in the community, put 59 in the comments, or you might say, hey, listen, I want to be mentored, period, end of the story. I want to go from beginning to end. I want you to put 5K in there right now. Yes, Chris, I see you, brother. Go ahead and send me a message. I'm going to send you the link. Congratulations. And it's all about taking action, because we're in the season right now, Keita. It's so much information out here, but you got to be one of the people that you're not going to just keep taking information, but you're going to get really, really serious about taking action, because the action and information got to go together. Otherwise, you just be an information hog like everybody else.
Exactly. And so I would just say that if you're watching this replay right now and you watched it all the way from beginning to the end and you heard Jewel, just drop 59 in the chat. We have moderators that's going to constantly go back through this video, go back through the comments and look to see. So just put 59 in the chat. We'll make sure we get that link to you, or you can go to setifynow.com. I put that link in the chat as well. And you can also be able to access that $59 option there. And then if you also want 5,000, go ahead and put 5,000 in the chat as well. And we'll make sure that we reach out to you guys. But now is the time to just stop thinking and just make massive action. Take action, get connected. We're here to help you guys. And we have a team of people that are also here to help you as well. And we just look forward to seeing you guys on the other side of the coin. That's it.
Absolutely. Shout out right now to Becky, who says she's ready to do the 5K. I think, did you talk to Becky already too?
No.
Did you talk to Becky before? Somebody talked to Becky. I think she reached out. I don't know. She might have talked to one of the team members, but I'm excited for you, Becky. She's ready to take action, ready to have you a part of the team. Chris, excited to have you a part of the community. It says Facebook user 59. Put your name in there. Your name did not come up, but I really am proud of you. We're in the second quarter of 2024. And I just think every single day, like, I have to be making massive action, taking massive action towards my goals. Your goals don't just fall out of the sky. You know, it's like over for New Year's resolutions. You need to live a life where you are putting yourself in a position to supersede your goals and work towards your goals and get around the right people so you can be making the right moves. And that we've been blessed with here at Acetify. So definitely join the community. Also, remember Atlanta, Georgia, April the 19th. I'm so excited about that too, through the 21st. That's going to be a whole movie right there. I mean, when I say the best of the best are coming out, bankers, lenders, like everything that you need to be really successful in this space is going to be there. So make sure you go ahead and get your tickets right now. Listen, I love you guys. Keita, thanks so much for jumping on here. This was a ton of fun. And thank you guys for jumping on, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye, everybody.